Hey guys, our decline here, average picker. So we are going to attempt to pick the Bill Bacardi number 245 challenge lock. It's a bit of late at night. We're going to see what we can get here though on this. I kind of meant to pick this earlier in the day, but I've been busy most of the day. Quick little reset. Okay, so we've fallen into a bit of a false. I'm using my homespun picks because normally in a lock like this, I would throw the Attila or the Tron at it. But it's a Bill Bacardi lock, and he does some pretty extreme bidding. And I thought I might need something with a little more lift than either of those two, and something a little thinner. And just in case I was going to have to get in here and do some twisting, I'd rather twist up my picks than ones I've bought. Okay, we've got a little bit more of a false going on. I'm kind of just searching for a pin that's going to give us some solid feedback. Some of those clicks you might have just heard were just bouncing off the warding. I'm going to switch to something a little bit steeper. Okay, so that wants to counter rotate, but that feels like it's going to overset. That's a really big lift. Nothing on 1. 2 could be overset. 3 doesn't feel like it wants to do anything. Oh, wait. 4 maybe? I've got a little bit of movement. Everything in the... I'm pretty sure this is 6 pins. And everything in the back of the lock is not really wanting to move. Okay, oh, we got a little bit more of a false. This has got to be it, right? It's got to turn over. I mean, we are into quite a false at this point. It's like something just needs to be nudged a little bit. Being just very careful. I'm backing the pick out 1 pin at a time, trying to get it solidly on each pin. Just looking for some solid feedback from this thing. Oh, okay, something just nudged a little bit more. All right, 4 minutes. This might be what gets this might get Bill on the foiled by wall. I'll run to 10 or 11, depends. Like, God, I mean, are we sitting in a trap maybe? I mean, there's just nothing. Counter rotate a little. Oh god, I just heard stuff drop. Ah, sitting against a piece of warding. Thought it was on maybe a pin that was a bit jammed. So I was kind of pushing and counter rotating, but it never let go. So that tells me I may have just been on the side of the thing or something up there. It's steep here. Man, I hate when I start jumping picks, guys. It's, you know, it's probably over. So that was two, threw us way deeper. So I'd say we're back in that false we had previously. Can it go up even more? Oh god, man, that is a deep false, guys. It's a really deep false. I'll show it to you. It's got to just be like just the edge of a pin holding that thing on if it's in that position. Something around pin 4 and 5 feels like it wants to do something, but it just feels stuck. Oh, there we go. Got it. Whew. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I hope I have all my pinning tweezers and everything here. All right, so there's our bidding. And there's, oh, do not turn 180. Use a shim. Bill Bacardi 245. Now we know the key's going to work. Yeah. Camera adjusted a little bit here. Oh, this is quite a chunky C-clip. Hopefully it'll not give us too much issue. Yeah, there we go. Use a shim. Let's do it correctly. I don't know if I'm going to make the so see if I make if I do it in all of this in under 15 minutes, I can upload straight from the iPad. Otherwise, I've got to go through the computer to do it, and I kind of hate doing that. So that's my motivation, to do all these in 15 minutes. I don't know why the iPad has that limitation on it. Oh, it's well, I don't know. We'll see how much things tee out here. There are some construction holes. I don't think I was getting into them. Okay, 6 is not wanting to come out. There we go. These guys are really in there. You know what? He came out. he was just a standard. I think that's him there. I don't know how these guys are so stuck. I was definitely not feeling a lot of movement on those last three. Okay, two's coming out. One is a standard, and let's get three out. Three's a standard. Whew! And we'll take a look at the core. I think we're going to make the 15-minute mark. Man. Oh gosh. Seriously, Bill? Standard in one? T-pin in two. Kind of a sort of a wedding cake in three. I think that's gonna be the next pin I do a video on. Really? Standard in four. Another one of those cake pins. Five, and a spool in six. Man, I tell you, I was expecting some more craziness. Let's get the camera flipped around. Okay, we can see at the core we've got threading on 1 and 4, and the rest of these are undercut. And if we look upstairs, I've still got the springs in. Is that doubled? No. So if we got, looks all right. Not feeling anything going on upstairs, but let's take a look at these pins. So, yeah, I can't believe how many standards it had for how difficult of a time it gave me. So I've got a standard in one that looks like it kind of barely has to be set. But you do have that undercut sitting right there. And then look at this nasty guy. He gave me quite a bit of feedback too. It was just me kind of going, there's no way it's that high of a lift. Because I really did want to just keep pushing two. It often seemed to come up as one that wanted to go higher. Standard in three. Well, let me see. You know, I say it's a standard, but I think it seems to have taken a little bit off of it. Yeah, it seems like it does have a little bit of a reduction there. These things are really tight fit into the chambers too. So kind of rated for 4. Yeah, when I'm saying I expected something more, I'm trying to knock the work here at all. It's a kind of a testament to it, if anything, because man, like if you showed me these pins, I would be like, okay, sure, you know, looks pretty good. I would not have expected this much of a fight out of it. See, he's got a little step there in the top of them. I don't feel like I had to work pin 6 very hard. Okay, and then our 6 driver. Just a nasty little spool. But he wasn't having to sit in there too deeply. And yeah, so I might leave these guys out and do I know these as wedding cake pins, where it kind of has this step down occurring. So they're almost like spikes, but they're stepped. I may do a video on those next. Just another standard. One of those wedding cakes. It's nice. And that is one deep spool guy. So yeah, I think one of these tips, I was just hung up on there at the very end and couldn't get them going. And man, those guys are tight fit in there. So Bill, well, whew, I kept you off my foiled wall again, which I'm not going to complain about. That's just a bit of fun, actually. There is no exact science to the foiled wall. Maybe I'll explain that one of these days. But yeah, so this was a pretty neat little fun challenge lock there. Man, that put up more of a fight than I expect looking at those pins. But awesome job, man. Whew. All right. I'm going to get to bed. You guys have a good one.